From the front, I think they actually look pretty even, which is great considering I'm in a moving train. I grew up in New York City, which means I've spent a lot of my life commuting. 900 hours a year on the subway. Because I've spent so much of my life commuting, I've acquired a very special skill: applying liquid liner on public transportation. When you're commuting, it can be really tough because it's bumpy, it's crowded, it can be fast and unstable, but having the right tool makes a huge difference. I decided to try out Pat McGrath Labs Perma Precision Liner on the subway, on a ferry, in a cab, and on a tram. Let's put this precision eyeliner to the test. Alright, so we're in our first stop for testing this precision liner on the subway. My eyes like twitching like a mad crazy. And then just connect it from the meter.
Number 1, next out, direct the street, stay clear to close the door.
From the front, I think they actually look pretty even, which is great considering I'm in a moving train. Of course. So I am on a ferry headed to Brooklyn from Manhattan, and that's the next place I'm going to test out this precision liner. It is a very wobbly ride. We're literally bobbing on the water. It's going really fast. It's windy. My hair is all over, but I'm going to try to do this liner justice. So. Oh my god, I'm moving! Okay, it is extremely wobbly ride on the boat. As you can see, my liner is really not sharp. Alright, well, I did the best that I could. I am completely uneven in the angles. This is like, there's no sharp line on this side. This side has no straight line, and it's just like an overall hot mess. So I'm not only wearing sunglasses because it's a sunny day, but because I'm ashamed of the liner job that I did on the boat. Now I am in our third form of transportation in the back of an Uber, and I'm gonna do the same old challenge that we were doing. I do this all the time, so I have a feeling that this will be my best shot. Okay, the best part about being in the back of a car is that a lot of it is spent at stoplights, so you can do your makeup really easily. Okay, so I just put the first line down. Again, I'm always like stabilizing my hand. Alright, I just did my first eye and it looks really good. This is exactly the way that it looks whenever I do it, literally just at my own vanity at home. It's sharp, straight, really good line. Okay, so onto the second eye. The road is a little bumpy, but I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna start like I usually do, to a line over here. It's always a gamble when you're trying to make a straight line here. It's getting a little messy. Now I just have to fill it in. Ooh, we're turning. So the liner was a lot easier to use in the back of a car, and I think that's because we're not exposed to open air like we were on the top of the boat, because the liner was drying out and that was making it extremely hard to maneuver around my eyes, but this time it was easy peasy. Okay, so we are on our fourth and last stop of the day, the Roosevelt Island tram. So I will not only be applying my liner on a moving air tram, I'm gonna be standing while doing so. I was sitting on the subway, which now I realize was a luxury. Okay, wow, this is incredibly easy. Okay, so I have one eye done. I did a great job. It's a nice and steady pace here, so I feel like I can do this quickly. Bam. Looks good to me, and just in time because we have just landed on Roosevelt Island. That was a really fun, crazy, silly experiment, but I did get to see how well the liner worked, and it was excellent on a subway. It was great in the back of a cab. It didn't do so well on the ferry, but to be fair, I will never take the ferry anywhere. And it did really well on the tram, which was actually the most smooth form of transportation. The applicator was actually really easy to use. It has a really skinny, thin tip, so it's easy to maneuver around your eyes. So if you're someone who's always doing your makeup on the go, I would definitely recommend trying this product.